board meeting for the May 20th. And we do have a quorum. And minutes of the meeting. I have an issue where I haven't got them, dear. So if we could, I know. I looked at it there. I don't know what I did with them. So if you could just put that off till next meeting and forward me another copy.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looked everywhere, so I thought I'd find it. Didn't.
Did you get them, Ellie?
I don't know. When I just checked, then I lost my video. So I didn't want to check any further.
Right.
So I found my video back again. So
Okay.
you can send me a copy too.
All right.
Okay, so minutes for next time. All right, now job description template. I completed that. Did everyone take a look? And I had added the licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay. All right, so what I'll do is I'll forward that to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Try to get his approval. Next on the agenda. Oops, what was this in front of me here? Something popped on my screen. Oh, now I have stuff on the bottom and everything. Weird. I don't know. It says recording. All right, next on the agenda is letter to town administrator and everything I mentioned there. Now, we did send that, and I ended up calling Suzanne, and she ended up sending me an email that they have received it because of the meetings and stuff like that, that they couldn't get to it. So that's still on our list of things to do. The next is longevity. And if you notice at the town meeting on Saturday, they voted in the longevity. And it was interesting. I just wish we had seen it ahead of time to know what's going on and stuff like that.
You know, there's a committee here with 3 people that could have worked on that and had it ready for the town meeting, and or been of some use to him, maybe.
Well, even let us know what's in it ahead of time.
Yeah, really.
Be
Really.
informed.
Right.
Oh, goodness. So, who's that? Ellie?
No, I'm not talking. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. No, longevity. Just say okay on that. Like I said, it was voted in. We didn't get any
Yeah.
participation in it, but I don't know. There's really nothing much I can say about that. It's all set.
You know, had it gone through us, I have to be honest, I'm not sure if I would have been quite as generous, but it's done.
I think probably what he was doing was following what the unions already have. So
Okay.
he wanted to bring and I'm just guessing, but that he wanted to bring the non-union people up to par with union people with their longevity. But maybe they got a lot less. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's a done deal, so that's that.
Okay. Moving on to annual reviews. We haven't heard anything on whether they're not completed because we haven't heard from Matt. So that's basically status on that's frozen.
Yeah, all I can say is, you know, I asked my daughter and she said she hasn't had a review that's been done with her, you know, hasn't been gone over with her. So,
Has she in the past?
yes.
Well, that was supposed to be a regular yearly thing that they do, is to review how everyone's doing. You know,
Right.
for them and both sides and stuff like that. Just stop it. And I know we were still waiting for 2019 before the code, you know, COVID-19, you know, hit. So
Right.
I mean, it's gonna go on. It's like actually 2 years, there's been no reviews.
Yeah, well, the library's reviewed the library trustees have reviewed the director for every year, so,
Mhm.
and it gets signed off, and the chairman of the library trustees goes over with what we agreed to with the director, and then she signs off on it, and then it gets sent to Matt. So we've done that every year. So I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where it goes to, but it's been done.
Well, at least
And
the library's off the hook,
Yeah.
Maybe we could inquire and ask if, who else would be on the payroll? Like Council of Aging, like for the senior center, adult center, I should say.
Social.
They would be someone go around and ask if they've gotten their reviews.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's working down there yet.
Okay, the townhouse. Oh, adult center's closed, right?
Yeah, and they're having
No,
a
but they still have somebody working there because I can't remember what her name is. Jennifer, is it? But it was that's who we got our booking for our shots or our shot.
Right. But I know some of them are calling from their houses, from their cell phone,
Okay.
because they're having a new floor put in, I know. And I think I heard somebody say that there's not going to be anybody down there until the floor is done.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you want to do as far as inquiring about annual reviews?
Well, what are we doing with them? We're just asking whether
they were completed or not. That's all. Just a question, because it's part of what was it? It's in our, not the bylaws, policies and procedures, isn't it?
Right.
Having reviews, and we were going to put a date and time frame of November, but that was never followed through on. But basically, it's a yearly review is supposed to be done, my understanding. I mean, I'll look that over as far as in the policies and procedures manual, but they're supposed
it wasn't supposed to be tied into whether you got a step increase or not. I know everybody usually gets one, but I think all of that was supposed to be tied into,
performance, and the yearly rating and stuff, Okay, so what do you want to do? Still inquire the people that work there? Call the highway department gentleman and ask him, and
I mean, I could ask him.
At least we get an idea that at least some of them got them. Like the library has completed theirs for 2019.
Yeah, but we only did it for the library director because that's the only person we would. The trustees only review the library director. I have no clue what the process is for, how people, the rest of his staff or the rest of any staff goes forward.
Well, wouldn't that be interesting to inquire? It's like, doesn't Justin follow the procedures manual to evaluate the people that work for him? Because he does have 1 or 2 people, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's got a bunch. So.
Yeah, so I just inquire through him and see if he's completed for 2019 and 2020. We're in 21 right now, so it's like last fall. See if anything's happened there.
Refresh my memory. After the review is done and the employee signs it, what happens to it? Does it get put in their personnel file?
That's my understanding. It gets filed with them. Yeah. So you review.
Yeah, but I thought it was the town administrator that keeps the
records.
The records, or it is the town accountant, one or the other.
I think it's the treasurer, actually.
Oh yeah, okay, because she does the
yeah. I mean, highway, I think, always kept their own, but I think the treasurer keeps all the others, and maybe she even does highway now.
Yeah, it's just a filing system, basically, at that point, and if they have one personnel file.
So we could actually ask the treasurer if she's gotten them.
Okay, that would be the treasurer. Who would that be then?
Cheryl
Cheryl?
Vadia.
Okay,
Cheryl will let-
all right, so I'll call up and ask her if what do you call it? If she has gotten the reviews.
Yes.
Okay. We'll move on. Any more questions on that or anything anybody wants to do as far as, I don't know who would, I wouldn't know who would review certain people in there, in order to ask them. So besides the town administrator, ask him.
Yeah, well, I think each department head reviews everyone under them, and then the administrator does all the department heads.
Yeah.
And he said last year that he wasn't going to do the department heads until he had been done first. And at
Right.
that point, he hadn't been done. But I know that he's been reviewed for this year because one of the selectmen said that they had done him.
Okay. Let's see. All right, want to move our job descriptions online? I haven't really done anything on that yet because I'm not sure who the approval is. And let me see. Where is it? Here. Oh, I had it. There you go. All right, I just pulled out the policy and procedures manual here where we had our comments. And I'm not sure who has this on file. It starts off with pages 19 through 31 comments from Ellie. So Ellie must have emailed this to us. And
I have mine and I couldn't email it to you, but I will actually write it out and email it to you. I couldn't email it. I couldn't get into the policy and procedure manual itself, but I'll give you my changes. There weren't many. I've only got a few here.
okay, so the next meeting we can probably discuss each comment. Like Ellie has quite a few here. And I'm looking for mine, but I don't see mine. I have, well, anyways, I'll look for that. Avoid that again. All right. So, any other old business?
I don't have any.
Ellie, anything?
I have a new business thing, which isn't really specific to personnel. It's just, I'll just say it and then you can decide where you want to put it. It has to do with minutes. I was sending a whole bunch because I'm the secretary of the library trustees, and I had been remiss in sending them the minutes on, the approved minutes on to where I used to send them. And then I asked, it said somewhere I had read or learned that the minutes aren't done that same way. Somebody told me, you don't use that.
The board.
The bulletin board?
Which one?
It's a bulletin board or whatever.
Yeah, the bulletin board thing.
Board. Yeah.
So then I wrote an email to Chris and Matt, thinking, well, Chris Furno would be the one that would be the caretaker of minutes. And it was my understanding that from just working in town governments for centuries, that you send everything to the town clerk, and then the town clerk is the keeper of those minutes for forever and ever and ever. So I was curious, if the bulletin board was no longer being used, then where do
minutes. go there.
what is the whole
You know,
Yeah.
for the keeping of the minutes? And so the assistant, is it Lisa, and the assistant in for the town clerk? Well, Chris wasn't around for weeks, I guess, on end, but Chris never got back to me, and then Lisa said, "Oh, just do whatever you want to do," because Justin, the library director, had said to me, "Oh, I can post them on the library's website." And I said, "Yeah, but I think there's supposed to be a logical place to put minutes for all committees."
right.
And since Betty Ann, you're the secretary for this committee, and I'm the secretary for the library committee, and we don't use that person that is the minute.
Right. You know, I had always posted them, and then I couldn't anymore because my computer is no longer hooked to the internet, that computer, and the Chromebook, I couldn't do it. But Bill was the administrator, and now he's gone. I don't know if that's part of the reason, but I do know when I was town clerk, I was the keeper of the minutes, and everybody did file them with me. Planning board always did before we had that bulletin board.
Yeah. Well, then there was something I was going to add, and now I can't remember what it is. So, oh, I know. So then Lisa, when I was chatting with Lisa, she said, "Well, do whatever you feel like doing." I said, "No, that's not the way I can do it. You know, I don't feel comfortable doing it that way." And then she said, "Well, let me call Suzanne." So she called Suzanne, and Suzanne had started putting the selectmen's meeting on some other place. And I said, "So Matt and Chris, could you get together or let me know where the official place and how I should do my minutes?" And they haven't gotten back to me. So that was like over a month ago that I brought this up with them to please get back to me. And I just, I don't feel it. Oh, I know. I was looking for trying to find the election results and hoping that I would find them on the town clerk's website that night. You know, I instead of having to ask for them and maybe getting them in a day or two. So I wanted them that night. It's customer service type of stuff. It's nothing that I think the town clerk is held to, but it's, I want to know the results. And so I was looking on the town clerk's office, and and there were minutes listed there, and it said send, and this is where you'll find your minutes. And so I looked up the library minutes, and it was not on the list of so nobody's gotten back to me. I'm just hysterical about it. I'm a librarian by trade, so or retired at least, so this type of
that would be really something good to follow up, Kelly, because to me the minutes should be government documents, aren't they? That's part of
there's a retention type thing,
right?
It's a state law,
right? Especially, I mean, ours isn't all that important, but things like the planning board and the zoning board, I would think people would be looking those up. Where are they going?
Yeah, they could be. That may be those ones that are included, but library wasn't included there.
Yeah, I always thought the minutes on her website were just from town meetings, but maybe not.
Well, if you look at it, it has a list of all the different people there. I don't want to go off of here because then I'll lose you guys. But
yeah, right.
But it's just, maybe I'll just ask again for.
Yeah. I know Suzanne's been out too, and she's training someone new for her position. So I think she's back this week.
Okay. All right. Well, so you haven't heard anything, Betty Ann, for?
No, I haven't.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, we all set on that, and
Mhm.
move on, decide the next meeting. Anyone?
Let me get my calendar.
Is Lisa the one that is going to be Suzanne's replace or taking
Lisa,
over?
Lisa from the fire department,
Oh, not from the.
not from the town clerk's office, no.
Okay, so what's her last name?
I don't know.
Okay,
You probably have to look in the town report under the fire department. Ah. Just about any Thursday is okay with me except the 24th.
so we're looking in June.
Yeah,
Yeah. Around the 17th, you think?
it's okay with me.
It looks blank to me. So I'm
Okay, so June 17th at 2:30.
Okay, and I'll email you those minutes as soon as we,
Yeah, thank you. Okay, you have a motion for adjournment?
oh, I make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.